guys, I cover lots of teams here. It's been kind of on the downswing because I just time and energy to cover the other teams. I've been mostly focusing on the Dolphins. But I had to cover this. Shaky Bones, Ken Dorsey, it's how I call him, has been canned by the Bills. And this is a big deal and could be a very big deal depending on how interim OC Joe Brady handles it. The recipe for this team, the Bills, to get on track is so basic. I've called for Dorsey to be fired since last year. I've delineated the scheme and the philosophy for them, and it's proved itself out. I did it like 3 years ago, and you could clearly see that pass balance working off under the center as well as shotgun and using genuine play action to enhance the skill set of Allen. Instead, they've wanted to run fun in the gun style stuff and Allen bail us out, and it works, but ultimately it gets diminishing returns. So I don't know what Joe Brady, who was Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase's coordinator when they were the Tigers, how he's going to play it. Is he going to say, here, Daboll and Dorsey, let me continue that, or just make better calls? And if that's the case, I don't think it's going to be hot to trot. But if he tailors that philosophy, adds Latavius Murray in the run game, puts Allen under center around 40 to 50% of the time, and creates a real balanced, pass balance attack, this whole team is going to rise. The Bills have had a very good defense. They've lost some players. Maybe they get some back. But if you look at last night's debacle loss, they were down 11 minutes in time of possession against the 27th ranked run defense, and all Shaky Bones would do is pass. And then he would decide to run, and they would have success. Then he'd go back to pass. He was terrible. And it's addition by subtraction at the very least. But we got to see what Brady is going to do. This could be very, and I don't like to say it because I'm a Dolphins fan at heart. I want you guys to not do well so my Dolphins can get the AFC East. But this could really rise this team up in a big way. And I'm very accurate, guys, when it comes to the philosophies and the prognostications as far as football knowledge. If they go to pass balance, this team will be enhanced dramatically. Now, for Dolphins fans, just think about what it was like to have Joe Queasy Philbin. That's kind of what Dorsey was like. He was a very nervous guy, a very shaky guy. You could see him freaking out when he lost to us last year. He was a guy that really shouldn't be running the show. And leadership puts its personality on those that they're leading. And they kind of take the identity of the leader. And Shaky Bones, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but he is not the guy to call in the NFL at this stage. He doesn't have the personality. He doesn't have the mental acumen to see clearly what's going on, because he would run something very successful and the very next drive just totally change it. So, it's good. We're Dolphins fans, and if you don't want the Bills to do well, it's very easy to say, Allen sucks and they're doomed and getting into it. But this is a big deal if it's played right. Look at Tua with the 3 OCs. Look at the difference between him in 21, 22, and 20. And he didn't have an offensive line. He had the 45th best offensive line in football, but he had terrible a framework for calling around him. And you could see even his personality, everything kind of went down. Same thing has happened to Josh Allen. Daboll called a similar style, but he was more aggressive. He had better leadership, and he had way more creativity. Dorsey had none of it, and it wasn't the right scheme. To me, if you watch the Bills, they can run block. And teams, they play off because they're afraid of Allen's arm. This creates a leverage situation where you create a run game and a pretty good run game, especially when you got Latavius Murray and Cook, if he can hold on to the ball. And that running of the football, the play action off of it, the extra work teams will have to do to prepare for this team if they go in this direction, and the resting of the Bills defense could take this Bills team to that Week 18 game and be a serious contender for us to steal that AFC East title. If they go back to fun ball and Allen bail us out, they're going to go in the same direction. I don't care who they get in there at this stage. So, Bills fans, I'm happy for you, although I'm not happy as a Dolphins fan. Dorsey he should have been fired last year. He should have been fired 3 weeks ago. It's good news for you, but for the rest of the league, watch this team change. I watch most Bills games now because I do cover them and I cover the AFC East. You could see just a total draining from all players involved. And I expect this whole team to do much better going forward if they go to pass balance. So Dolphins fans, let's hope they do fun on the gun and Allen bail us out. But this is a big shakeup in the AFC East, no doubt. And I expect, at least for this next couple of weeks, the energy level to rise a ton. And I am very interested to see what's going to happen here. So, begrudgingly, I say congratulations, Bills fans. Dolphins fans, will be important for us to win these games now. We got a game and a half because we're 2 games on them, but they beat us. So it's half a game. So if we play in Week 18 and we lose, that would only put 1 game. But we have a chance because they got a very hard schedule, and ours is relatively manageable to keep that pace ahead, and we're going to have to. I do expect this Bills team to take a charge, but thankfully our Dolphins are in control. So anyway, I'm going to come back with more coverage just on the Dolphins, but this is a big deal, guys. Keep your eyes on this one. It will be very interesting to see how Allen and the team responds, because we Dolphin fans should know the difference between a quality coordinator and a garbage coordinator. And hopefully for you Bills fans and for Allen, you guys get a better one, because clearly Dorsey was like a Joe Philbin, mixed with Adam Gase. And that's a bad thing. If you don't know, bad. Anyway, Curtis saying, catch you next time. Be well. Go Fins. Start building your own online sportsbook today by getting signed up with acebread.com service that'll allow you to book action on sports from all around the world.